What's going on? Welcome to the channel. Today's video we're going to be headed out to New Jersey to the half-scale Dragsters facility. We're going to be building our 2022 half-scale extreme junior dragster. Future videos we'll be going over how to order a car, how to find a used car if you're looking for something a little more cost effective, and all the processes of licensing, what your kids need to do, what you need to do to get your kid into the sport of junior drag racing. But for now, we already ordered our car, picked out all the options. We are headed to New Jersey to go to the home of half-scale dragsters and get this project started. Let's go. Alright, I'm going to jump in here. Unfortunately, with all the noise in the background, the audio files for this footage was not really usable, so we'll turn everything into a time lapse and go that route. So once they get everything figured out with the size of the vehicle, cage size and everything that they're going to be building, get everything plugged into the computerized plasma cutter to have all the tubing cut. Once the tube is cut, everything's separated, sorted, and sent over to the jig table. Once everything's tacked up on the jig, get the front end welded up and get the car ready to be moved over to the next workstation to start getting all the welds completed. Alright, once the welding is all finished up, the cage would get welded onto the top, as well as an inspection before it gets sent out for powder coat. Didn't get any footage of those two steps, but we did get it sent out for powder coat and got some of that. It gets wiped down, cleaned off, and goes into the oven first, actually, for outgassing. Once it comes out and cools off, it gets pulled into the paint booth or powder coat booth and gets the first coat of prismatic powders. We went with a 2-stage coat. We did the base coat, which is a super chrome. As you can see, it goes out like a matte finish. Gets put into the oven, gets baked, and when it comes out of the oven, it's got that nice shine to it. Pretty close to a chrome, but you can tell the difference a little bit, I guess. Once that cools down, it goes back into the powder coating booth for the top coat, which is the prismatic HD teal. Once it's back in the booth, you can see that as the powder gets applied, it does have a very matte finish to it. It's a little more blue, I believe, than the final color. Once that gets applied, it goes back into the oven for the final curing process. During the curing process, it kind of liquefies. The top coat's transparent, so you get a little bit of the shine coming out from the chrome below. And this is the final product of the HD teal. And once it's done from here, it'll get cooled down and get sent back to half scale, and we'll start final assembly and have a finished product coming out soon.